What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Wall G Podcast. I will be back on Anchor Podcast soon and my other podcast channel. Right now, as you can see, I'm a brother who every day be grinding. You know what I'm saying? Until that day come where my invention or my idea come to light where I could be my own boss, I had to come in and punch the clock. And let me tell you something, in this society, there's nothing wrong with that. Got to do what you got to do to be independent. But man, look, I broke a story a couple of days ago now. A lot of people are picking up on that story about the 6-year-old who was shot by Asian. I didn't know exactly if he was Asian, Chinese, so I didn't know. But I guess he's Asian. Neighbor who shot 6-year-old boy for leaving his bike in front of his house. Well, he had a bond for $10,000, but they increased it. I'm gonna get into that report. So I want to get into this first though, because after that 6-year-old got shot, here we go again in Detroit. Just the other night, another 6-year-old boy was shot with 4 people. Random shootings, just popping them. But let's get into the first report, and I'll be right back.
In Ypsilanti Township.
Yeah, Terry and the boy's family right now, they've been fighting for a higher bond since the suspect has been released. Let's get right to Fox News' Jessica Dupnack. She was there for an emergency hearing today. Jess.
That family's plea for justice is beginning to be heard. 29-year-old Ryan Lee Wen sent back to jail by a judge earlier today, being held here at the Washtenaw County lockup, and he'll stay there unless he can make a $100,000 bond cash.
I just want justice for Kobe.
6-year-old Kobe Daniel shot in the arm for apparently leaving a bike in the yard of suspected shooter Ryan Lee Wen, a neighbor.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Got a gun. Boom! Shot me right here.
The tragedy on video. Lee Wen walked free, getting just a $10,000 bond Tuesday. No tether either.
If you're violent and you lose your cool, you need to be locked up.
That's been Arnold's plea, trying to get Lee Wen back behind bars. An emergency hearing Thursday regarding his bail.
My first name is Ryan, the last name is Lee Wen.
The Washtenaw County prosecutor, Ellie Savick, originally requested a $100,000 cash bond and went for that again with a list of specific bond conditions.
Specifically, given the gravity of this case and the significant risk to public safety, the people are requesting the defendant be immediately remanded into custody.
Savick said in court after the shooting happened in Ypsilanti Township Saturday, Lee Wen admitted to shooting a gun out of his window.
The additional facts that were presented by the people in the motion that were not presented at the arraignment are quite troubling. Defendant is to turn himself over to the custody of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department today. I'm going to set a new bond at $100,000 cash or surety.
The news bittersweet for Arnold Daniel and Kobe.
If I hadn't initiated calling the news people and getting someone else involved, me just fighting from my podium, he would still be free, and these people would have ignored me to the end of time.
He says Lee Wen's mother is a longtime employee of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office and is concerned that Lee Wen has gotten preferential treatment.
Ryan, I really don't have no hard feelings. I don't have no hard feelings, but you're wrong. You're wrong, man. You lost your mind, man, and you need to be held accountable.
Now, if he is able to post bail, it has to be paid in full and paid by someone who the court approves of, that Lee Wen can then be in the custody of. And, of course, he would have to be on tether as well. Reporting in Washtenaw County, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Now, that was that. Here go this one. This is crazy.
Just due to unnecessary gun violence in the city of Detroit. That's why we have a major push to take as many guns, illegal guns, off the street as we can at this point.
Detroit police say a newer model black Infiniti SUV drove by a group of people in the 1600 block of Calvert around 6:30. People inside the SUV just started shooting, killing a 51-year-old man. The 6-year-old boy shot in the foot. 2 other males, one in their 20s and one in their 30s, also shot.
We have multiple casings from a couple different firearms, semi-automatic weapons. So I think I've counted at least 22 out there.
And police say that there were 4 suspects in that vehicle. They are considered armed and dangerous. If you see that vehicle, you are asked not to approach it, but rather to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Again, those pictures that you saw in the story are actual surveillance photos of the suspect vehicle. We will also be putting those on our website so you can get a better look at them at fox2detroit.com. For now, we're live on Detroit.
Okay, so senseless. And you don't hear when that 6-year-old boy up Michigan first was shot, you didn't hear nothing. Well, y'all do know, those who stay up, that Black Lives Matter founder has, stepped down. So Black Lives Matter is going through their own issues right now. But still, when it comes to a child being shot, the streets should be packed. And here go another situation. And I thank God that both of these babies did not did not die. You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. Sorry about the 51-year-old man. But this is why I say, man, if you are not strapped, don't be yapping. If you are not strapped, don't be on the streets of Detroit late at night. Don't be just hanging out. But people don't realize it because they with a group of people. They don't feel shit don't stink. They be like, shit don't stink. But it do stink. That's why we get tissue and wipe it off. Shit do stink. That's why we use tissue to wipe it off. People, they have been quiet with this, but I saw a report where ammunition is very, very low, to the point that a lot of police departments are shortage on ammunition, which means they can't train the way they used to do. You go to the gun range, they lack of bullets, and they got signs of them let you know. If you cannot purchase bullets, if you're not purchasing the gun, and you only get 1 box. A lot of people didn't know that or see that's what's going on. So any bullet that you got should be spared. But these brothers that's doing these unnecessary shooting, they get these bullets underground. That's why I said the street market ain't gonna never die. The government can do what they can do to clean it up, but they not. That's too much money. We got to stick together and speak out when it comes to our babies. It should be madness right now. Now we got 2 fools or whoever in the car still on the loose, out loose on the streets of Detroit. But this Asian man, he bluffed up, boom, didn't give a shit. But they got him in custody. See the difference of cultures? A lot of cultures don't run, but when it comes to the niggas, run, nigga, run! Pop, 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 run, dog, pop, 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 pop. Can't never. No heart. Especially when you popping our babies. All right, y'all, I'm out. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one, y'all. Please like, subscribe, and pay attention. If you own a gun, you better hold tight to your bullets. Peace out.